Hello fellow builder and welcome to Rixburg. If you're new here, this channel specializes in reviewing alternative LEGO sets to help fellow builders navigate this ever-growing brick world and hopefully save builders both time and money. Over the last several years, we've all watched as LEGO's Speed Champion series has taken on a life of its own. These mini cars have become a sensation, celebrated for their sleek designs and impressive details. But here's the exciting part. LEGO isn't the only brand making waves in this space. Out in the far reaches of the brick building universe, other brands have been busy creating their own versions of these mini cars. But don't expect to find minifigures with most of these sets. Many of these brands focus solely on the vehicles. Some of these alternative sets are so impressive, they might just make you reconsider sticking exclusively to LEGO. I've had the chance to review many of these sets from various brands and resellers. Now it's time to share the top 10 brands that are shaking things up in this popular genre. This video is not a review of the quality of these brands and resellers, just what is currently available. However, if something catches your eye, I'll drop links in the description so you can take a closer look. So fasten your seatbelt and get ready to explore a whole new world of alternative Speed Champion builds. You'll want to stick around until the end, because at least one of the top 3 is not what you'd expect. Now let's get right into it. Coming in at number 10, we have Sluban. If you've been around the brick building world for a while, you've probably heard of them. Sluban has been in the industry for some time now, offering a range of sets that cater to a variety of interests. However, it seems they're relatively new to the mini car niche, which is an exciting development for fans of these compact speedsters. In my search, I was able to find a few mini car sets from Sluban, and I have to say they look pretty intriguing. They've taken on 3 models, the Porsche 930 Turbo, the Lamborghini Countach, and a tricked-out truck. These sets look sleek and polished, and definitely capture the essence of these incredible vehicles. Considering Sluban's established presence in the brick building community, it's no surprise that the aesthetics of these sets are on point. While their foray into this niche may be just beginning, these initial offerings show promise. These sets can be found on Barwear and Temu. The 9th spot is taken by Rastar. Now this brand has some impressive looking sets. The reason they're not higher on the list is that, like Sluban, their selection of mini cars is currently quite limited. However, what they lack in quantity, they certainly make up for in quality. Rastar made their debut in the mini car scene last year, and they did it with a bang. They quickly gained attention by rolling out some sleek Formula 1 models, along with 2 stunning color options for the Pagani Zonda. I had the chance to review the Zonda set, and I have to say it's a pretty solid offering, and many fellow builders responded well to that video. The design captures the essence of the Pagani Zonda quite well, with clean lines and a sharp aesthetic. It's not perfect, there are a few areas where it could be refined, but overall it's a very nice set that stands out in its category. These sets can be found on both Amazon and Barwear. Okay, at number 8 we've got Tycole, a newer reseller that's just starting to offer mini cars. With about 6 sets under their belt, they've already given us some exciting options, including models like Bugatti, Lamborghini, and a few classic cars that are sure to catch your eye. These sets definitely look like a lot of fun to build. Some of the designs might lean a bit on the basic side, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. What really caught my attention is the extra effort the designers put into the interior details, especially with their use of stickers. It's a small touch, but it shows they're thinking about the overall look and feel of their builds, which is always a good sign. Considering this is Tycole's first venture into the mini car niche, they're off to a solid start. It's always exciting to see new sets pop up on the various websites, and I'm definitely curious to see what they'll release next. If they continue to build on this foundation, we could be looking at some really standout sets in the future. These sets can be found on Amazon, Temu, and Barwear. Before we continue, if you're getting value and enjoying this video and want to support the channel, please take a moment to hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm get this video to other passionate builders. Taking the 7th spot on the list is Jiestar. With about 6 mini car sets available, they're another brand that's definitely no stranger to the brick building world, but seems to be relatively new to the mini car niche. One thing that immediately grabs your attention with Jiestar's sets is their use of bright, bold colors. These vibrant designs really make the cars pop, which is always a plus when you're looking to add to a collection. However, I do think there's room for improvement, especially when it comes to the stickers. They could use a bit more polish to match the overall quality of the builds. And one detail I really appreciate is the variety in rim colors. It's a small touch, but it adds an extra layer of customization and personality to the cars. For a brand just stepping into the mini car arena, Jiestar is off to a good start, and I'm excited to see how they'll refine and expand their offerings in the future. It looks like these sets are currently offered on Barweir. Now let's jump into number 6, a brand that I just found within the last month but shows a lot of promise, Xbert. I haven't had the chance to review any of their sets yet, so if you have built any of their sets, be sure to let us know in the comments whether their builds live up to the name. What's intriguing about Xbert is that they seem to have already tried to improve on at least one real LEGO Speed Champion set, the Ford Bronco. Interestingly, my son had a blast building the LEGO version, so it'll be interesting to see how Xbert's take compares. While they do offer a few basic sets, the ones that really caught my attention are their double-decker bus and US Postal truck. I know these aren't exactly mini cars, but they definitely have that mini vibe. It's a unique twist, and I'm really curious to see how they fit into the broader mini car niche. It looks like these sets are offered on Barweir and Temu. Coming in at number 5, we have CBOX. This reseller boasts an impressive lineup with numerous sets to choose from. I've had the pleasure of reviewing 3 of their sets, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by the quality. They're not perfect, but definitely respectable and well worth a look. With around 18 sets available, most of their offerings focus on race cars. However, they've also included a handful of other car styles, which adds some variety to their catalog. The sets that really stand out to me are the Dodge Viper, the Mini Cooper, and the Mercedes AMG one. I've only found these sets on Barweir and Temu. Coming in at number 4, we've got SEMBO. This brand's been around for a while, quietly making a name for itself with some pretty solid sets. Lately, they've been focusing on mini cars, and it looks like they've got about 11 different models to choose from. And let me tell you, they all look super slick. One thing I really like about these SEMBO sets is their use of vibrant colors. They've got a great selection of race cars to pick from. On top of that, I've noticed a few of their sets feature what seem to be brand new rim designs. I can't remember if I've seen those honeycomb rims anywhere else. As of right now, these sets can be found on Temu. We're just about to jump into the top 3 brands, and you won't want to miss what's coming up. But before we get there, if you're enjoying the video and want to see more content like this, plus plenty of reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to tap the notification bell so you'll always know when there's something new to check out. So which brand snagged the number 3 spot? It's PowerBlock. This is a super new brand that only came onto my radar about 2 months ago. Now you might be wondering, why would a brand that's so new and not even reviewed yet make it into the top 3? Well, I've got 2 solid reasons for that. First off, the sets look fantastic. I'm genuinely excited to get my hands on a few of these for reviews. The designs are fresh, and they've got this appeal that just makes you want to build them. Secondly, they've got a really unique approach to their display boxes. It's not something you see every day, and it definitely sets them apart from the crowd. I think I even saw some pictures of LEDs for backlighting. Sure, some of their initial sets might seem a bit repetitive, but once you look beyond those, there are some truly eye-catching builds. One that's truly on my list of must-review is their Christmas truck set. I know the holiday season has passed, but I can't wait to get my hands on it for a review. It just looks that good. I found these sets on Barweir and Temu. Coming in at number 2 is Reobrix. They've been a key player in the alternate speed champion scene for almost as long as the top brand on the list. With over 40 sets under their belt, Reobrix has truly made a name for themselves with some seriously impressive speed champion-sized builds. I took a special interest in these sets early on, and have reviewed around 17, with a few more that have yet to be published. What makes Reobrix stand out are the functional features they've included in some of their sets, like working doors, which adds a layer of realism and fun to the building experience. Their sets aren't lazy in the pieces department, with many sets featuring more than 300 pieces, and some even surpassing the 400-piece mark. This makes for a satisfying and detailed build. Additionally, Reobrix doesn't just sell directly either. Builders can find their sets through various resellers on other websites, making it easier to get your hands on these fantastic alternatives. Whether you're a seasoned builder or just getting into the alternate speed champion world, Reobrix offers a range of options. Reobrix can be found at Amazon, Barweir, and Temu. Now you probably saw this coming. Mould King takes the #1 spot as the top alternate speed champion brand in my opinion. They were the first to really step up and challenge LEGO's Speed Champion series, and they did it in style. Sure, there were many car sets around before Mould King, but they just didn't have the same level of detail. Mould King came in swinging, and their first 8 sets hit the market with a bang, changing the game completely. Since then, they haven't shown any signs of slowing down. With over 80 sets currently available, Mould King keeps the momentum going, releasing around 4 new sets almost every quarter. It's no wonder they caught my attention so quickly. I've had the pleasure of reviewing well over 40 of their sets, and I've got a few more reviews in the works. While not every single set has been a home run, the vast majority have been impressively well built. One of the standout features of Mould King is their use of high-quality bricks, which really enhances the building experience. But what truly set them apart early on was their inclusion of display cases with their sets. A touch that instantly elevated their appeal. It didn't take long for other brands to catch on, and now you'll see display cases popping up with sets from a few other brands on this list. All in all, Mould King has consistently pushed the envelope, making them the undisputed leader in the world of alternate speed champions. For now, Mould King can be found at Amazon and Barweir. Fellow builder, this list might not cover every alternative speed champion brand or reseller out there. So if I missed any, feel free to let us know in the comments. I've included links to some websites where you can find these sets. But as always, use your best judgment when shopping online. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 alternative speed champion brands. Thank you, and until next time, keep building.